Hey guys, welcome to Strike Pig's online course, More Than Moonshine. The goal here is to teach you how to make professional level spirits with much smaller equipment. I do want to say that all federal law does prohibit the production of ethanol or spirits of any type without proper permits. So please do not use this information to make spirits for personal use or resale use. Now that's aside, let's move on to the episode and let's have a good time. Hey guys, we are here again, and this is going to be one of my more favorite episodes to tape, maybe one of your favorite to watch. It's all about stills. Stills are what makes this whole thing exciting, interesting, and fun. I'm going to show you the 3 different still types that you can utilize. And this was my first still, and I had this built. Let me tell you, it's one of the most functioning stills that I've ever used and makes some of the cleanest liquors that I've ever had. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's very inexpensive. In the next episode, I'll show you the actual specifics of how to make the boiler and this form of pot still. In this episode, we're going to talk about its functions and the different types of stills that you're going to extract alcohol out of the beer and actual wine. All right, so first and foremost, I want to start with this one because it's everybody's favorite. It's pot still. So pot stills and their functions. Here we go. Pot stills are made to make whiskeys. Do not use pot stills to make vodka. It needs to be too high of a proof. It needs to be distilled to 190. I'll show you how to do that. But pot still is not accomplished that. Pot still has a lot better function. It's this. It's the pot. It's the big area. It's a circular dome. It's a big triangle. Whatever it might be in a certain type of still, be it a diamond shape, whatever. It's there to collect the impurities and let them congregate and go together. The conjugars. They kind of roll around and they get flavor. That's why whiskey tastes like the raw material, where vodkas are very neutral. They want that flavor and that taste in there. So this section of the pot still is very, very important. So let's go through these specifically, space by space. First, of course, we have the kettle and boiler. I'll have an episode. The next one will be about this one specifically. So we'll get to that next. Then, to make this one, I've got a 4-inch spacer that I'm going to fill with copper mesh. Now, I'm going to continue to talk about this when we get to the pack column, which is the next type of still I'll talk about. Copper mesh is very important if you're using things like stainless steel or aluminum. You have to have copper somewhere in the column, somewhere that alcohol steam is going to touch, because it's going to remove sulfurs and hydrogen peroxide and different nasty things out of it naturally. So it's a long historical story of how they discovered this, but it's very, very important. So I'm going to pack this full of copper mesh and buy it online. It's not that expensive. Roll it up, just pack it in there. Then I'm going to leave this, of course, open inside of here, where all the liquor is just going to flow, tumble around, gain flavor. I'm going to have another packed 4-inch piece here. Then here's my refraction. Here's the angle. This also is going to cause more refraction right here. Refraction is what literally kind of keeps the steam down in there before just enough pressure is made so it's pushed through. It gives it the most flavor, the most distillate time in here. This portion right here being packed also is going to accomplish. That's going to be a lot of refraction put in there. Refraction down. I've got a shotgun condenser here. I got this from our good friends at stilldragon.com. It's an awesome piece. And this, of course, is your in and out. And this, I would just control the small pump, that like an immersion pump you can get at a pet store, Lowe's, something like that. And this leads to my parrot. This is called parrot right here, because it actually looks like a parrot's beak from the side. This is where the alcohol is going to come down and let it spill onto the spoon, then out the nozzle. This is functional if you have a hydrometer put into there, and so you can see basically what proof your liquor is coming out at. So this is a classic pot still made in this design. There's lots of different ways of making it, but the function is totally clear that a pot still is best for making a lot of flavor, robust flavors. It's also why things like the land-baked pot stills are used for making like absinthe and different things like that. So next, we're going to talk about the pack column still. What we're going to do with this. This is going to have kind of 2 functions, and I'll describe it individually. All right, so what we're going to have here, we've got the same boiler, and it's just a perfectly straight column that's coming up here. You can make 2 different products out of this. You can take a strip and make, this is good for using rum or vodka, and the vodka will have a little variation. So what we're going to have in this column is going to be a packed column. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill a little bit with that copper mesh I described, and talking about the pot still. Once again, just by rolling it tight, putting it in there. Use a broom handle, some kind of stick, just shove it down in there. So it's going to be about 3-4 inches of it, however wide it is. Then we'll fill it with ratchet rings. Ratchet rings I'll have listed in our glossary of things you need. You can buy these little clay rings. They're there just to control temperature. I'll describe that in a second. So copper mesh, ratchet rings, copper mesh, ratchet rings, cap it off. And then right here, this is of course the top part of it. The head of the still that's going to lead to my condenser. Here's your refraction down the condenser as an in and out. This condenser by itself is not the most effective necessarily, so I have a second one that I can just literally just add a little piece of hosing to do extra, so you can do that depending on the size of still. Here at the top, I've got a nice little bung, a 2-inch bung with a hole that's drilled into it. Do not try to drill one of these at home. I'm telling you, it is hard. You need a drill press or something. You can buy it. Mile height ceiling, still dragging, they all have it for a little temperature gauge at the top, and so that works really great. The packing of this is really important. I'll explain why. As the steam is coming up, as the alcohol steam is coming up, every time it raises up into this column, it's hitting something, a material, be it the ration range or the copper mesh, it's the same as room temperature. So that steam is going to condense back into a liquid. So every time it raises up, it's dropping and lowering, it's going up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's refining it. So some vodka say, oh, we're 6 times distilled. We're talking about going through 6 plates. This is a million times distilled. It's literally going through every time that liquid or the evaporation turns to a liquid, it's a distillation. So it's happening constantly. It makes for some of the cleanest liquors. Pack columns are too tough in large industrial forms, but I find it's really the best way of making a neutral spirit or something like a rum. So this would be good for rum. If I was making vodka, I'd probably take one more of these sections and add it here, put this one up here, make it all about this tall. That will reach the amount of proof required to make a vodka correctly. So this right here is just column still. Packing material is really inexpensive, and it's a great way to make a good, clean liquor. The next still I'm going to talk about is just a stripping still, which is our most basic form of still.
You're good.
All right, guys. So I know I'm kind of throwing a lot of different types of stills at you. They're all very functional. They're all very important to making a good spirit. This right here, I use this as my stripping still. I'm going to describe stripping runs in the next episode. It's the first of 2 distillations that I suggest people do. You do it however you want, and I've got good reasons why. I'll describe that too. But this right here is just for stripping. It's meant to just simply take all the alcohol out of the beer. So it's the most basic functional type of still. It's meant to literally just simply remove alcohol from the beer, and then we're going to build up the still like we had in the first 2 examples to turn that strip liquor into a final run. But this right here is quick, it's easy, it's meant to just pull all it out, and this will accomplish that 100%. You don't need anything fancy for that first stripping run. I do suggest a small section, of course, for your copper mesh. So other than that, you've got everything you need, and this is ready to roll.